Namaste and welcome to yoga. My name is Chris and I'm going to be guiding you through this practice today. It'll be a mixed level, so go at your own pace, listen to your body, follow your breath. The priority of this practice is breathing deeply in and out through the nose. So we'll start by centering. So ground your sit bones, lengthen the crown of your head, relax your shoulders, face nice and soft. And take a nice full deep breath in for the count of 4. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause. And exhale out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale again for 4. Fill your belly, rib cage extends, heart fills, go all the way up to the clavicle, to the chest, and exhale down for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's inhale together again for 4, and exhale for 4. Try to even the inhale and the exhale. Very soothing, very relaxing. You really get to sit and release tension here. So let the mind go. Just focus on breathing and proper alignment. And one more. Breathe together. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. So sitting up tall, roll your shoulders back. Take your arms, reach them back behind you and interlace your hands. Pull the knuckles down and back away from the body. So get a nice shoulder stretch there. Active arms. So your fists really want to touch. You want to touch those heels of the hands. Draw the chin to the chest. Keep the sternum lifting high. Look over the right shoulder. And exhale, down center. Look over the left shoulder. And down center. Release your arms. Arms reach all the way up high. Breathe. And as you exhale, just fold forward. Keep your sit bones, your butt cheeks down onto the floor. Spread your fingers wide. If you can get your forehead to the floor, reach it down towards the floor. Right? If you need to stay up a little higher, stay up a little higher. Get long extension through the spine. So breathe here. A lot of space in the shoulders, the neck. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, looking up. We're coming forward right onto the hands and the knees. Come to center here. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. So you're going to arch through your spine. Your toes turn under, heels are high. Slide your shoulders down your back. Lift your chin and tailbone up high. Gaze up. Exhale, flatten out the feet and ankles. Push into the hands, round all the way down. Sucking the belly button in, chin to the chest. Then again, inhale, arching through, lifting up, sliding your shoulders down. And exhale, flatten out your feet and ankles, rounding all the way down. Last time now, inhale, lifting up. Good, now cat bow, lower down. You want to lower down, you can either hold yourself here or lower your chin and chest to the floor. And then press all the way back up again. Push up, press back, downward facing dog. Good. In your downward facing dog, bend your left knee and squeeze your right heel all the way down to the floor. Look towards your feet, look towards your toes, or you can look up towards your navel. Really stretch your neck out. And then switch sides. Bend your right knee, squeeze your left heel down to the floor. Breathe deep, hips high, hands really pushing. Spread your fingers really wide. Breathe in. Exhale, both heels lift up nice and high, tailbone up to the sky. You want to press into your hands, lengthen your arms, drop your head real low. Breathe in. As you exhale, lower your heels all the way down to the floor. Heels down, toes lift. Try to get all 10 toes up. Breathe in. And then relaxing the feet, looking forward towards your hands, slowly walk your feet up to them. Your feet are going to be hip distance apart, so you separate your feet. Go elbow to opposite elbow, and exhale, drag the body down those long thighs. So you want to lengthen your rib cage all the way down the long legs, elbow to opposite elbow, and just hang here. You can soften your knees. If you have any issues in the low back or the hamstrings are a little tight, you can just soften up those knees and fold from there. Breathe here, looking right past your knees. Breathing in, relaxing the shoulders, face, neck, jaw. Nice and relaxed. And then lower your hands down to the floor. Shake your head very slow, yes. Side to side, nope. Bend your knees now. We're going to spread those toes wide. Push into the feet. Suck the belly button in the whole time. And the arms along when you round yourself all the way up to a standing and stand mountain position. Feet, toes, ankles together. Roll your shoulders back. Tuck under. Hold in. So making sure you're not swaying your back. You want to tuck under and hold your abdominals in. Open up your shoulders. Palms face out. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to prayer at the heart. Good. Remember to follow your breath. Set an intention for your class. So whatever it is that you would like to get out of your practice today, flexibility, an open mind, releasing stress and tension, and just keep that intention close to your heart. Good. And then inhale. Take the arms all the way up and stretching back. Hips and thighs move forward. Head, heart, back. And then swan dive. Very slow. All the way with a flat back, dropping your hands to the floor and the head down. And then from here, inhale. You can either walk the hands up the shins, look up with a flat back, or fingertips stay on the floor, flat back, or even palms down onto the floor, flat back, looking up. And then soften your knees, lunge back with your right leg, knee to the floor, arms reach out, all the way up. Hook your thumbs, wiggle side to side, bend your front knee a little bit deeper, stretch back a little bit deeper, breathing in, breathe out, relax your shoulders, there's no tension, lower your hands down to the floor, push up and back, downward facing dog position, hips high, heels low, breathe in, exhale, breathe out, inhale, coming to a plank position, high push up, so chaturanga, or bending your knees to the floor. This is the modification to chaturanga. Elbows come in real close to the body. Go slow, use your control, and then flatten your belly, chest down. Stretch out through your toes and inhale, rolling the shoulders back. So your shoulders are not up by your ears. You really want to bend into those elbows and push down into the heel of the hands. Vibrant legs, really stretch back through those thighs, through the toes. Beautiful. From here, just lower yourself down, easy, easy, onto the belly, onto the chest. Bring your legs together and then lift your legs up, but the forehead stays down. So lower the forehead, lift the legs, and then open up the legs, flatten them down onto the floor, lifting back up again. Squeeze your hips back into open knees, open thighs, hips down and back, and your chest to the floor. From here, look forward and just slide your hips up. Chin and chest stay down onto the floor. Arms reach. Fingers spread. So your hips are right above your knees. Chin and chest stay down. Very, very slowly, watch your hands walking back. Taking your hands underneath your shoulders, arch through your spine, lifting up. Exhale, bowing down. Come down with those elbows in. And then push the floor away, lifting up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale. Long, full, slow exhale. Look forward. Walk or hop. So you can take a step. You could take a couple of little steps. Or you can take a little hop. Looking halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, round up slow. One vertebrae at a time. Arms go right out and up. Stretching back, hips and thighs move forward. Exhale, swan dive. Again, looking flat back, either hands to the shins or fingers or palms on the floor. Exhale, fold. Lunge back with your left leg, knee to the floor. Arms reach. Hook your thumbs, wiggle right, left, right, stretching back. Breathe here, inhale. So get a big, deep bend in that front knee. Stretching back through the arms. Lower your hands down to the floor. Downward facing dog. Big, deep breathing in and out through the nose. Inhale again to plank position. And you can come to chaturanga is with straight legs. You can come down with a long body. Modification, knees to the floor and come down that way. Inhale, rolling up. Relax the shoulders. Breathe in. Lower down. Everything to the floor, belly, chest, forehead. Legs lift. Lower the legs, separate the legs, and lift the chest. Breathe here. Squeeze the hips back into open knees and thighs, chin and chest to the floor. And then stretch your arms forward so your hips are above your knees, chin and chest stay down. Walk the hands in nice and easy. Arch through your spine, and exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Breathe here, inhale and exhale. Stretch your neck nice and long, inhale. So you look like an upside down V in your downward facing dog. Your feet together, toes touch, right leg high, all the way up. Stretching up through that right leg, drop the bottom heel to the floor, left heel down. And then take the right knee in towards the nose. Nose to knee to nose, lunge the foot forward. So you're in a runner's lunge. Drop down the hips a little bit towards the floor. Then walk your fingers forward. You're going to press down through your right leg and lift high through your left leg. Standing split. Drop the nose, lift the back leg. And then soften your front knee. Big toes together so the toes touch. We're going to bend the knees, chair pose, fingertips to the floor, arms reach up high. Reaching all the way up through the fingers, dropping down through the hips. Breathe. Long elbows, relaxed shoulders. Fold over straight legs. Inhale to a flat back. From here, you can walk back to a plank or you can hop back. So let's walk back. Chaturanga with bent knees or straight legs. So I'll give you the modified version. Come down, roll up. Take another downward facing dog. So your hips are high and your heels are low. Spread your fingers, big toes together. Breathe deep here. Inhale. Exhale, drop the heels. Inhale, left leg high all the way up. Drop the bottom heel to the floor. That right heel down. Breathe deep. Pull the knee in towards the nose. And then drive the foot forward into that lunge. Lifting the chest, really stretch back through that back leg. Separate your thighs. Walk your fingertips forward. Press down through the left leg, lift high through the right. Drive your head down towards that bottom leg as you lift up through the upper. Good, soften your front knee, big toes together. Sink your hips, bend your knees, arms reach up high, palms face each other and fingers reach long. Dip down through the tail, squeeze the inner thighs together, ankle bones touch. Relax, soft shoulders, breathe. Exhale, fold over straight legs. Inhale, flat back. From here, walk or hop back. Coming into Chaturanga. Coming into Cobra. Roll the shoulders back. Now you can, for added strength, you can turn the toes back under. Come into a high plank, come into a Chaturanga, and then push the floor away and press back into downward facing dog. Breathe here. Good. Let's take the left hand to the right ankle. When I say ankle, if you go to the side of the leg, that's just fine. And then you could start high and start to dip down through that arm. Tailbone high, head is low. Look underneath that right armpit. Get the twist into the shoulder blades. Breathe deep. And then switch. Left hand down, right hand to that left ankle or high, and then you can slide down. Look to the left, breathing deep. Inhale, hips high. Exhale, heels low. Come back to center. Feet, toes, ankles together, right leg high. And take the foot, lunge your foot forward. Cartwheel up to warrior two. Stretch back, revolve warrior. So your right arm stretches up, left arm goes down the back leg. Open up the heart, look up. Come back to two. Cartwheel your hands down to the floor. High push up. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale to Cobra. Chaturanga, if you wanted that extra push-up, you take it here. Downward facing dog, pressing back. Left leg up. Lunging the foot. Dropping the heel. Coming up to warrior two. Stretch back, revolve it. Bend your front knee. Reach back through the left arm. Breathe. Come back to 2. Lower your hands down to the floor. High push-up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog if you want to lift the thighs, squeeze the cheeks, butt cheeks together. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog position. Hips high, heels low. Breathe in and exhale, breathing out. Right leg high all the way up. Take your right leg and just bend that knee, lunge the foot, drop the heel, come up to warrior 2. Stretch back and revolve warrior. Come back to 2. Straighten your front knee and reach into triangle. So reach with your right hand down to the ankle, scooch the tailbone under, lift up through the left arm. Breathe deep. Look up towards your upper fingers, relax your shoulders. Soften your face. Deep breathing here, inhale. And as you exhale, take the left arm over the left ear, facing the front, and the palm faces the floor. Now you want to bend your front knee. Good, and just enjoy a wide side angle, front knee bend, arm extends. Take the bottom arm out, both arms reach. Bend your front knee and really squeeze through the fingers. Turn to the left, breathe deep. With your core, press up to 2. Revolve it back, stretching all the way back, strong legs. 2, and cartwheel your hands down to the floor. High push-up to chaturanga. Inhale. Chaturanga, or you can skip that part and go right to downward facing dog. Breathe here, guys. Inhale and exhale, heels low. Inhale, left leg high. Take your foot lunge, drop your heel, warrior 2. Stretch back, reach, come back to 2, straighten your front knee, reach long, and reach into triangle. The upper arm reaches and the shoulders relax, breathing deep. Scoot your tailbone under a little bit so you're not pushing back with the tailbone. Scoop it under, reaching up through the upper arm, breathe deep. Take the arm over the ear, bend your front knee. So lifting up, reaching through the arm, breathe, and then take the bottom arm up, reaching through both arms. So like you're carrying a ball right over your head and stretch through the fingers. Good, use the core to come up to 2. Revolve it back, stretch. Come back to 2, and lower your hands down to the floor. High push-up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, rolling through. Chaturanga. To downward facing dog position. Coming forward to plank. And side plank, right side. So your right hand moves underneath the shoulder and you can flip your heels. Now this is the more advanced version. For a modified version, you can put the right knee down to the floor and then lift up through that arm. Otherwise, both legs are straight. Good, and you can bend your left knee, reach for the toe and lift the leg. Looking up, breathing deep. Inhale and exhale. Concentrate, focus. Let the leg go, slow. High push-up to downward facing dog. Heels low, hips are high, spread your fingers. And coming forward to high plank, so you can come to side plank, left side. Right arm high to the sky. Modification is definitely bend this left knee underneath the left hip. And then you can try to grab the foot that way, the toe, the big toe, and then reach up through the leg, looking up. So there's the modification. It's much more manageable. And scooch the tailbone under, stretch through that upper thigh. Relax the shoulder back. Lots of focus. Good, breathe in. And let the leg go slow. And lower both hands down to the floor, high push-up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, lifting up into a nice cobra. Roll your shoulders back. Soften your hips, breathe in. Relax your shoulders, breathe out. Turning your toes, lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog position. Breathe in and exhale, breathe out. One more deep breath in and a long, full, slow, deep breath out. Looking forward towards your fingers, walk your feet up to your hands and we'll squat down. Bakasana Crow, lift your heels, take your hands behind your head, interlace them, and then just lower your head down. So lower your head and keep your heels lifted. Heels are together and high. So you want to make sure that you have that balance and the knees are open wide. So then the hands come behind the head, elbows in, and then the hands press to the floor, spreading your fingers really wide. So from here, keep your toes on the floor, your heels up, lift your butt up so your hips lift high, and then walk your legs onto the backs of your arms. Toes up. Breathe in, looking up, trying to straighten the arms a little bit. Inhale. If you can, drop the head easy, lower the head to the floor. Breathe in and breathe out. Then from there, try to lift back up again. And jump back into Chaturanga. Inhale into Cobra. And press back into Downward Facing Dog. Heels low, hips high. Breathe deep here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Feet, toes, ankles together. Right leg high all the way up. Taking your foot, lunge your foot forward in between your hands. Good. And come on up to crescent lunge, arms reach. Hook the thumbs, wiggle right, left, right. Stretch back a little bit through the arms. Take the hands behind you. Interlace your hands and push back with those arms. Long arms going down the left leg. Front knee bends. Heart opens, looking up. And then coming forward. Push into your right leg and come into Warrior 3. Back leg lifts, pushing back. Soften your front knee and lower down. Strong arms, strong bottom leg, lifting through the upper leg. Lower your right hand down to the floor underneath the shoulder and lift up through your left arm. Flex your left foot, push back through the heel, look up towards the upper fingers. Breathe here, half moon. Open your left hip right above your right hip. Find your balance. You can definitely put both hands on the floor and just try to open that left hip on top of the right hip though, and see if you can get them to stack up. Breathe deep. Beautiful. And then lower your hand down to the floor. Bend your front knee, lunge back with your left leg. The left knee to the floor, arms reach, stretching up, breathing deep, hands to prayer here at the heart. Left elbow outside, right knee for prayer twist. So you're gonna hook the elbow outside and hands come into prayer right here at the heart. You can stay right here with the knee down, or you can tuck the back toe and lift that back knee up high. Push back through that heel, breathe deep. Look over your right shoulder, inhale. Exhale, you can start to open up the arms. Inhale, you can stay right here. Level 2. Level 3, you can wrap the upper arm behind your back. You can take the bottom hands through. You can clasp hands. Look up over the back shoulder. Breathe deep. Level 4, if you want to drop the back heel to the side, drop it down to the right. Keep the front knee bending deep. Take a big inhale. Big exhale. Open up the right shoulder. And then lower your hands down to the floor. High push up. Exhale. Inhale, roll through. Downward facing dog. Hips are high, head is low. Now breathe deep here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, drop your head, relax. You can paddle through your feet here in your downward facing dog. You can even move into child's pose right here. If it gets to be a little bit too much and you need a little break, take a little break. Just come to your knees. And you can always take this pose, child's pose, anytime. Otherwise, you can also breathe deep in downward facing dog. And just kind of pull it together with your breath. Breathe in. Long, full, slow exhale. Breathe out. Feet, toes, ankles together. Inhale the left leg high. And lunging that foot. Dropping the back heel. Good. Or come on up to crescent lunge. Arms reach. So lift the back heel up. Sorry. Lift the back heel. Bend your front knee. Reaching back. Wiggle through your ribs a little bit. Connecting the thumbs. And then the arms reach. Slide the arms down the back leg. Open up the shoulders, the chest. Bend into your front knee a little bit deeper. Good. And then from here, lifting up, and we come forward. You can take a couple of little hops to get there, and then lower your chest down. Lift your back leg up. Arms lift. Softening your front knee, you can start to fold forward. Lifting the back leg a little higher. Lower your left hand down to the floor, or both hands to the floor, and you can pick the right hip over the left hip. Then reach up through the right arm. Looking up. Push through that back heel, squeeze your butt cheeks together. Really use your legs. And just lift up through that right arm. Breathe deep here. Inhale. And then exhale. Slowly lower your hand down to the floor. Soften your front knee so you can lunge back with the right leg. The knee goes to the floor. Arms lift. Hands to prayer. And right elbow hooks outside the left knee. Hands to prayer here. And again, you can stay right here. Really nudge into that elbow, into that knee a little bit so you can rotate your ribs around. You gotta breathe deep. Calm, deep breathing in and out. If you wanna pick up that back leg, you just lift it up and then rotate up towards the ceiling, looking up. You can open up the arms. Inhale, reach through the fingers. Back leg has a lot of energy to it, so draw the thigh up and back. And then you can take the upper arm behind your back. You can fold that bottom hand through and clasp. Hands, fingers, whatever you have, and then look up over that back shoulder. Breathing deep. Equanimity. So that means calm in an uncomfortable pose. You can drop the back heel to the left. Keep dipping into the left knee. Soft face. Breathe. One more. Exhale. Lower your hands down to the floor. Push up and back into downward facing dog position or child's pose. Shake your head out, yes. Side to side, nope. You can paddle through your hips in your down dog, breathing deep. Now inhale and exhale. Feet, toes, ankles together. Press into the hands, fingers are spread. Right leg high all the way up. We're gonna take this foot, lunge it forward, and come into a wide-legged forward bend. So the heels go out and the toes come in toward each other. Look up with a flat back and then exhale, fold. So your hands are underneath your shoulders, and you don't have to come down too far. You can stay up high, but you can start to work it down. See if you can come down a little bit lower, a little bit lower. The flat back and the long legs get you a little bit further apart with those legs and bring you down a little bit further with the chest. Good. Now on this one, make sure you have enough of mat. This is an advanced posture, so if you're trying this at home, you might want to do it against a wall or have somebody spot you. But your hands are going to come underneath your shoulders and the top of the head goes to the floor. And you can try to just lift your heels up. You can just get a feeling of what that feels like. And then you can slowly press into the hands and lift the legs. and then just go down the same way you went up. And then look halfway up, nice and easy. Good, bend your right knee. So your right knee bends and you want to attach your right shoulder to the front of that knee and then around. So your hand comes free behind you. And then lace that arm up. Take your left arm up and clasp hands behind your back. Rotate the shoulder up. Now just press your right leg straight so your head comes down and look to the left. Breathing deep. Good, and then take that out easy and bend into the left knee. Try to get the shoulder underneath and around that knee. Take the right arm up, clasping hands. Open the right shoulder and then press the left knee straight. Head is down, hips are high, open up the shoulder. Look all the way over to the right. Both legs straight, head towards the floor or on the floor, whatever it is. It's your own practice, so honor your body. Take it out easy. Look up. Bend into your right knee so you can come forward. Press back into downward facing dog position. Shake your head yes. And side to side. Come forward into a plank position and lower yourself either with your knees or long legs. Come down all the way to the floor. Forehead down, legs together, hands behind your back, interlace. And the forehead down. Pull the arms really long through those knuckles. Forehead is down. And then inhale, lift the chest up, lift the arms up, push the knuckles back. So the feet stay on the floor, thighs press, upper thighs and pubic bone. Lift your arms up a little higher, push back through the knuckles a little bit more. Try to close your palms together. Inhale. And as you exhale, lower down. You want to take your arms, make a pillow, and you can either turn your head to one side or the other, or just put your forehead straight down onto the upper hands. Just breathe deep, relax the shoulders. From here, you want to bend your knees so your heels come in towards your buttocks, and then reach around for your ankles or feet. If it's too much to get both of your feet, you can lift your legs. You can just leave your arms up off the floor this way. Keep your heels pushing in. Lift your thighs, lift your chest, and reach your arms back. So that's the modification. Otherwise, you can grab onto those heels or ankles, bring your knees together, and then lift your legs up. You want to rock this pose with your breath. So inhale up, exhale down. Engage those feet and legs. Push them back, then lift them high. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and exhale. Lower down. Good, you can lower your chin to the floor, and you can keep holding on to your feet. Give a little press. So just press your heels in towards your hips. Breathe in. Keep your tailbone pressing down. And then release your legs, let them go. Hands underneath the shoulders, press yourself up and back to child's pose. Really push the hips all the way back into the heels. So you can rock your hips gently from side to side. You can even open up the knees and let the chest come down towards the floor. Breathe deep into the whole spine and exhale, relax. As you're ready, roll up easy. Sitting up nice and tall, rolling your shoulders back. Interlace your hands behind your back so you make a fist, and then you stand up onto your knees. And then you put your head out onto the floor in front of your knees and lift your hips up and the arms come over the head. And then leave the arms reaching and just push the hips back into the heels. And then relaxing your hands down. And then bending your knees to round up. Rolling your shoulders back. Walk your hands out in front. Hero position. So there's modifications to this because if you have concerns with your knees, you may not want to come down all the way. But if you do, Just get your knees together, open up your feet, and sink your hips, try to come all the way down. But again, it's a lot on the knees, you know, and the ankles even too. So if you want, you can just sit up nice and tall. You can use your arms like a little lever to keep you up high, or you can even just choose to sit right onto the inner heel. And you can sit that way. Then you can start to move back a little bit, right? And then if you feel okay, you can come to your elbows. Toes never flare out to the sides. They always point straight back behind you. And if you want to go all the way down, just watch when you come down towards the floor. Try to get the knees pressing forward and, you know, together as much as you can. There's an arch in the back, so just honor that arch. Don't make it too much, and don't try to take it off. Just let it be a natural arch. Relax the jaw, the neck, your face, throat soft. So high or low, if you're modifying this position, you're not down at all. So if you don't want to get into the back, you're up high. You're up pretty high. Even if you want to be up high with keeping your tailbone up, use your arms back there to do that. And you could start to slowly lower the tailbone to the floor. Inhale, come up easy. So watch how you come up. Release the pose easy and then come forward. Good. And then from here, let's pull the right knee forward, right in between your thumbs, and walk back through your left leg. So first you can lift the heel up, turn the toes down, so you can really get this hip, this left hip down towards the floor. And then you can flex your right foot. Good, turn to the front, take a big inhale, lift up. So this is pigeon. Now you can come down onto the elbows, or you can flatten out the chest right over that front shin. So see where you're at in the hip. You want to feel this through the right hip. You really don't want to lean too much to the right. You want to drop your left hip, extend out through that back leg, and just release into it. Really breathe here. So really find your breath and let it open you up a little bit deeper. Breathing in, breathing out, relax the shoulders. Good, one more. Now take a big deep inhale. So you keep breathing when you're holding a pose, because you really want that to stretch out the connective tissue and the hip and the buttocks. So let it stretch and then slowly bring yourself up. So you're sitting up nice and tall, and then see if you could grab the back leg behind you. So you bend it up, and if you can find your elbow crease with your toe, try to find that, and then reach up through your right arm. Clasp and turn to the front. So you keep squeezing with your left elbow, right? And you try to get that heel closer towards the hip, and then you rotate to the center. Breathe deep. Modification would be, just grab the foot and lower the right hand to the floor and face the front. Right? It's not mandatory, you just work for things. Try, go over your edge a little bit, just peek. See where you're at, right? And then if it's not working, it doesn't work. But if it does, you just give it a little try. Take your back leg, left leg, wrap it around the front knee, and place the foot right onto the floor. Lift your right arm all the way up high, and then connect that elbow to that high knee and look to the back. You could bind this position if you want to bind it. You can wrap your right hand through. And you can take your back arm, clasp your hands, and look to the back. Look right off that left shoulder, breathing deep here. Good, inhale. And as you exhale, just look front. Counter the twist to the other side. So you want to take it a little gently over to the right. And then center. And then put your left shin on top of your right shin. So you want to really stack them up. Walk your cheeks out to the side, so you're right on your sit bones, and curl your toes in toward each other. So you want to curl them in nice and deep. You want to relax. Some people, the knee is high. Some people can connect right to the ankle. So see where you're at. Don't worry. You don't have to judge. Just try to loosen it up. So inhale, lift up nice and tall. And as you exhale, moving forward, trying to get the elbows down, forearms down, chin to the chest, and relax. So this is double seated pigeon. So you'll feel this now through the left hip flexor, the left butt cheek, and just coming forward. You never really want to round down and just round out that back because you really take a lot of the pose off. So you want to flex your feet, move forward. Try to get your chest past your shins. Go long with the spine. And try to stop the sit bones from rocking up. Squeeze them down. And you get that little bit of resistance that gives you the stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out. And very, very slowly lifting up. So that's a good stretch for, active people, athletes, anybody with hip issues. Most of us have a lot of tension in the hip. So go back with that left leg, stretch it back behind you, spread your fingers and press into downward facing dog. Paddle through your heels, guys. Shift your hips right, left, right, left. And then from here, pull the left knee in and through, right in between the hands. For your pigeon, sit up, turn to the left a little bit. You want to flex this foot to protect the knee. Turn the back toe under so you can really get this hip, this right hip down. And then inhale. Now you can flatten it out. Make sure you don't lean. And then exhale, come on down. Run onto the forearms, or you can drop the chest all the way down. But again, make sure you try to go forward as much as you can. And then down. And just enjoy your sound of your breath, breathing and releasing, just relaxing. Any tension, even if the tension is someplace else other than the place that you're working on right now, if the tension's in your shoulders or your face, yoga definitely shows us where we're holding on to tension in the body, because you go inside and you investigate. So, just be a little detective here to see where there's any tightness, and then it's our job, our responsibility to just kind of release it. Just relax. The more tense and the more tight we get because we resist, the more that tension will persist. So just kind of take the edge off, breathe deep, and just relax. Well, let's go one more big deep breath in, a long full exhale, releasing out. And then climbing yourself back up. And you want to reach for that back leg, right leg. Trying to find the elbow crease. Sometimes it's hard to really get that foot in there. You just kind of have to wiggle it around a little bit and then reach and grab. No tension though. Make sure you're breathing deep. Again, modification here, and try to face the front. Inhale. As you exhale, slowly let it go. Take the right leg all the way up, over, and around for half spinal twist. Both hips down, so try not to lean. Both sit bones connecting, this foot all the way down, this right foot. Try to get the toes down, and then reaching up through that left arm. Connect it to the knee. Yep, and then twist and spin into it. You can bind it. And you can fake that till you make it. You can just wrap the arm around. You take this one through, wherever it'll go, and you can just try to fudge it a little bit. You can try to play around a little bit until they tie up. And eventually one day they just find each other, the hands, and you found the binds from somewhere. And then center to the left, just a nice counter stretch through the whole chest and spine. Look off the back shoulder, get the release through the neck a little bit. Good, and then coming center, stack them up, shin over shin. So the right shin is coming over the left. So you want to look like a little box here. You want to be ankles and knees measured up, lined up. Work your cheeks out to the side, curl your toes in toward each other, sit up tall. And then move the chest past the shins as much as you can and drive your sit bones back so you don't roll forward too much. You might find one side is a little bit different than another side. And that's what it'll do, yoga. It'll bring your weaknesses up to the surface so you can start working on them. So if your right hip now is really speaking to you, then See what's going on the right side of your body. You know, if you're holding a certain bag or even your yoga mat, that bag that on that one side, it could, you know, shift the balance a little bit. So it just makes you aware. You breathe here. Now inhale, relax the neck. Good. Slowly, slowly, guys, rise up. Good. Baddha Konasana, legs together. So your feet are together, and then you're going to open up those feet, spread through the toes, push down through the knees, and then lift the chest up, and then move the face past the toes, past the feet. And just let that stretch out. Breathing here, inhale, exhale, lowering your chest. And then walking up easy, take your right leg out, bring your left foot to your inner thigh. Sit up tall, walk your right fingers across, bend your elbows. If it goes to the floor, this right elbow, just drop it down towards the floor. Lift your left arm up and over towards the outside edge of your right foot. You could also be up here. Push into this elbow and keep a long spine. You dip down a little bit more, grab the foot, reaching long, breathing deep. Inhale, and then exhale, turn to face the thigh, both shoulders, the chest faces that right thigh, flex the foot and reach long. Through the chest, reach. Good. If you go into the shin, go to the shin, and that's fine too. So wherever you are, just lean forward. Your hinge comes from your hips. Good, guys. And then coming forward, just switch it to the opposite side. So you want to stretch out through your left leg. Good, and then reach up through your right arm, the left elbow to the floor, reach, grab the outside part of the foot, breathe, strong leg. You can flex this left foot, yeah, reach for the foot, and you flex the toe back in a little bit. You're close, looking up, breathe deep, exhale, coming up and facing now that thigh. You want to turn the shoulders, the chest, the rib cage, and then lean forward. So you can grab the ankle or the shin, or you can go for the foot. Look up and then exhale, fold. Good, inhale and exhale. Coming up to center, both legs out in front. Just walk your sit bones from side to side, flex your feet, press down, Dandasana, press down into your long arms, your hands, flexing your feet, and then reach your arms up high, and then reach long for your toes, your feet. You know, you can wrap the hands behind the feet, look up, and then exhale, fold. So don't go too far, don't go too fast. If you need to come up a little higher, you walk the legs back, inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. So you definitely will feel your hamstrings. So you don't have to go too far to feel that stretch. You can play around with the breath, and sometimes the exhale will take you a little bit further. And then walking your hands up your legs, you want to bend your knees, lower yourself down, go easy. And then pull your knees up in towards your chest, hug them in deep. Both knees over to the right, knees together, left arm out, shoulder down, look to the left. Soften your face, your jaw, your neck, relax your throat. Deep breathing here, inhale. Finish your exhale now, a lot of release on the exhale. And then both knees come in towards the chest, hug them in really deep, tailbone to the floor, and then both knees over to the left. Just allow yourself to relax into this side twist. And then coming to center, squeezing your knees in towards your chest. Grab your ankles, feet to the floor. Slide your shoulders down your back. Balance out your feet, and then lift your hips all the way up. Once you get your hips high, Then interlace your hands and work your shoulders underneath your body, and clasping your hands, push your arms all the way down, and then press into the heels and lift the hips up a little bit higher. Breathe here now, inhale. Now if you're a little bit more advanced and you want to go into a wheel practice, move your hands right above your shoulders next to your ears, making sure the palms are down so you don't wing out your elbows. You want the thumbs to press the inside part of your hands, so your elbows come up towards your ears. Push into the hands and the feet, and you can lift up. Look towards your thumbs, breathe deep. Long arms, push into the heels, really press even your toes, lift your midsection up so your belly button lifts up towards the ceiling. Balanced feet, balanced hands. 2 more, inhale. If you need to come down early, just definitely come down. Exhale, slowly lower. You want to watch the tuck now. You want to tuck your chin in towards your chest when you lower, and then squeeze your knees back up. Breathe deep, inhale. As you exhale, we're going to go into plow. So if you can, press into your hands right by your hips. Shift your hips up and over, and then take your hands behind you. Interlace. So let's very slowly lower down, keeping the legs close to the belly, close to the chest. Hands to the floor, palms down. Roll your spine all the way out so the low back hits your hands, and then let your legs go long, 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 all the way down. Lift up onto your elbows. Bring your elbows together close underneath your body. Pump your chest up and then lower your head back. Chances are your head is off the floor. Walk your hips back and then lower your head till it makes it to the floor. Keep pressing into the elbows, fish. Breathe here. Hormonal balance here. Thyroid, pituitary. Open your heart, breathe deep. One more really big deep in, breath in. And a nice releasing breath out. Widen out your elbows, relax your shoulders, lower your head nice and soft. Release your hands, stretch your arms and your legs, point your toes, squeeze your belly, your tush, reach up through the arms, breathe deep. Exhale, bring your knees up towards your chest, squeeze them in deep, nose up to the knees. Lower your head. Arms and legs stretch. And then the arms come alongside your body. Palms up. Relax your shoulders down your back. Walk your hips gently side to side so you can relax the sacrum, the low back. Soften up your feet, ankles, legs. Again, palms up, shoulders release. You could turn your head from side to side. Just relax your neck, face. And then let your head be right in the center, and long, slow, deep breaths in and out through your nose, softening up the whole body. So you want to relax your head, the crown of your head, your scalp, your temples. You want to relax your forehead, your cheeks. Soften your mouth, relax your jaw. Soften your throat, lengthen your neck. Quiet shoulders, relaxed long arms, all the way down and out through the fingers. Relax your upper chest, your rib cage, your torso. Relax the belly, your abdomen. Softening your hips, your buttocks, your sacrum. Relax the shoulders, broad across the upper back. Soften your upper back, middle back, low back release. Breathe. Soften your buttocks, your hips relax. Relaxing your thighs, upper thighs. Soften your knees. Relax your lower legs, your shins, your calves. Gently release your ankles, your feet, your toes. Relaxing the whole physical body, just soft, easy, light. Just find your breath. Just let your breath envelop more peace throughout the body and the mind, releasing tension. Just focusing on your breath, moving up and down, in and out. Very gently start to become more aware of your breathing. Lengthen it and deepen your breath in. And deepen your conscious breath out. So be aware of that exhale. Next inhale, just start to move your fingers lightly. Toes gentle. Reach your arms right over your head. Gentle stretch through the body. Exhale your knees up in towards your chest, wrapping your arms around your knees. Rolling gently over to the right side. Breathe there, inhale, relax the head. And then very gentle, bring yourself up, use your hands, come up easy. Come right to center in a cross-legged position. So just the same way you started the class, roll your shoulders, ground your sit bones, lengthen up through the crown of the head. Scan your body now and just make sure that there's nothing tight that you're holding on to. Use your breath, lengthen, strong healthy bones, strong healthy muscles. Every organ, every cell at ease, working the way it should. Breathe deep. Hands to prayer right at the heart. Bowing our chin, lowering our head. The light within me bows and honors the light within you all. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Namaste.